The next big thing by Apple is apparently going to be revolutionary, and that is coming straight from Steve Jobs, apparently, according to a few reports. And it's going to be launched as early as next month, and in specific the report points out it's going to be the 7th, and the service is going to be named the iAd. I think the whole iBusiness, iPad, iBook, iMac, kind of getting a bit too cheesy, but I guess they hold the rights for it because they were the first ones to sort of come up with this whole i thing, and it's going to be called iAd. Now it's not really going to, it is going to affect you, no doubt, but it's not going to be something that you might like. You know, they're going to roll out these changes. It's going to be mainly for developers, iPhone app developers to be specific. Now just to give you an example of what I mean by ads, if you take a look at YouTube, a few years ago when you went onto YouTube you didn't see any advertisements, you clicked on the video, you watched the video, and hey, you know. But now if you go onto YouTube you're bound to come across some ads. In fact, you might be coming across an ad, well you will be in this video. You've probably just clicked on the X button on this video because you probably found it annoying, or the ad wasn't really specific, or something didn't attract you. Or I've seen some videos, if you probably do watch Machinima Gaming, if you go into some of their videos they've got a 15-second clip, which I'm totally against, whereby even before you watch the video you have to watch that 15 seconds unless you keep pressing the refresh button on your browser, and that will eventually load up the video. But this iAd will be specifically for developers and to help them target and market their apps more effectively. Now let's talk about weather applications. Let's say if people in Scotland use a lot of weather applications like the Weather Channel or the weather, any sort of weather iPhone or iPod Touch application. Developers who produce these applications can say, hey, lots of people in Scotland are using weather applications on their iPhone or the iPod Touch, so why not market it a bit better? Why not market it to the local culture and their specific country? So in their future marketing programs or their future ads, it can specifically show you places in Scotland and say, hey, this application will be useful because you're in Scotland. Let's face it, for those of you who are Scottish know that weather changes every second, literally. I mean, it was sunny out there 5 minutes ago and it's raining. So I guess it's good for developers. It's going to probably let them earn a bit more money. And let's face it, Apple is getting big. You know, they're number one in pretty much everything. They're number one in smartphones. They're now, not before, before they weren't able to do this because they had such a small market share and everything, they weren't really known. But now that the popularity of iTunes, the App Store, the iPhone, the iPod Touch, their mobile business is booming, whether you like that or not. And from a business point of view, not a consumer point of view, but from a business point of view, this is actually quite good for Apple. And it's good because Android, which is a competitor to Apple, have sort of been doing this for some time apparently, and by now, but because Apple are doing this now, developers don't have to say, oh well, you know, Android's doing it, so why isn't Apple doing it? So it's sort of developers will think twice before ditching the App Store for Android, is what I'm trying to say, because Apple is now giving that extra benefit on top of the huge number of people using the Apple software and iPhone, iPod Touches, but now developers will be able to earn more money. So let me show you what some app developers have done up until now to counter this whole advertising thing. And this is a game called Copter, and what they have done is, this developer has done well, he's integrated advertising in the actual game. Now, as you can probably see, it's saying free gallery admission, and it's something to do with art, which I have zero interest in, so why market it to someone who has no interest in art whatsoever? That is what I'm talking about. They have to be more specific. You know, I don't mind this app developer, you know, marketing something. If they have another app, market that. I might be interested in that. But this art thing is no use to me, so why put it in my face? And what's annoying is when you go on to play the game, behold, it's still playing. And watch this. So let's quit, and it pops up again. And when you double tap, it's going to be there again. So that is annoying. I've been playing Copter since they launched it, and they didn't have this advertisement, and it only came about in the past few months. It is annoying because it's just taking up that space that has zero interest to me. But what are your thoughts on the whole iAd thing? Do you think it's a good thing? If you're a developer, more importantly, what do you think about this? To me, I think if I was a developer, I would be happy. But as a consumer, I might be a bit worried because advertising is something that, from this you can see it's not really specific. But what are your thoughts generally in the whole iAd business? I hope Apple do it right, and Apple, knowing how big the App Store is, I hope they do it properly the first time round. And yeah, thanks for watching. Cheers.